You guys voted. Your voices is heard because we are talking about Batman, Superman, World's Finest, issue number 1. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuz. Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Mac, the Mad Scientist. First of all, I just want to thank you guys, all your votes, whether it's on our YouTube channel or our Discord or our thread votes. Thank you so much for your votes because the choices were between Superman 78 and Batman, Superman, World's Finest because, hey, Superman is out right now. And telling you that is one of the best superhero movies out I have ever seen. Okay, so in lieu of that, you guys voted, your voices heard, and every single Sunday we're gonna cover an issue of World's Finest till the end. So hey, for you guys that voted, I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get on to some issue number 1. So issue 1 takes place in Metropolis. Obviously, and you see these plants like going out everywhere. Perry is in a panic. He said, listen, everyone to the stairs quickly but orderly. Do not panic. Jimmy is like, officers are clear, chief. I think everyone's accounted for. But where's Clark? And Clark is out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, Clark Kent is exactly Superman. But here's the ticker to this. Poison Ivy is in Metropolis. Why she's in Metropolis? She said, listen, the green rejects your attempts to conquer it with your voracious urban sprawl, metropolitans. As with Gotham City, the green will prevail. At least it's sunnier here than back home. And she's like, Poison Ivy. Well, there you are. We were told this will draw you out. She thought she was gonna draw out Superman, but instead she gets Batman and Robin. And Batman's like, listen, we've been tracking you ever since you left Gotham City. What you doing in Metropolis, I don't know. But you're definitely out of your league here for coming to Metropolis because Superman looks over Metropolis at that point. So they capture Poison Ivy. And Superman is like, is she one of yours? And he's like, look, Pamela Isley, ecto-terrorist. And basically say, look, your villain, my turf. Who gets to take her in? Should we flip a coin? He's like, listen, Robin's like, listen, we ain't got a coin flip. Like, she going to jail regardless. It's whatever. But Poison Ivy is not by herself because Poison Ivy shows up with Metallo. And Metallo is a kryptonite-infused robot. And immediately Superman gets weakened because obviously kryptonite weakens Superman. And Batman's like, listen, bro, get out the way. We can handle Metallo. But at that point, Poison Ivy escapes and wraps Batman and Robin up in those vines. So Superman is at a disadvantage here. So from that standpoint, Metallo goes on his dialogue. He's, look, my humanity has been taken, Superman. I am without tenderness, without kindness, without warmth. I can no longer love, nor wait, nor care. Can you imagine what it's like to have your heart carved out by tragedy? Forever wondering if all that can fill the emptiness is vengeance? But I love to use green kryptonite for the next part, but I'm too greedy. I need it to live. Red kryptonite, however, random, unpredictable, each piece different, morphing, mangling, twisting your body uniquely. Now imagine a dozen pieces blended into a radioactive cocktail. So this man is looking to stab Superman with a syringe full of red kryptonite and all kinds of nastiness with it. And at that point, Batman has escaped Poison Ivy, was able to save Robin, but he is too late because Superman pretty much gets injected with this red kryptonite. But Batman was able to subdue Poison Ivy. Robin was able to take care of Metallo, was able to use his bow staff to take out the kryptonite crystal. But Superman is still suffering. But in the distance, you see these shadowy figures watching all of this unfold. They say now the fun begins. They have no idea what's in store. Hey, and Superman is burning up. Right? You like Batman like inside the building right now, pull every fire alarm you can. And he like, wait, it stopped. Superman, are you in pain? Say something. And the only thing he could say was Batman. He's sitting there screaming in agony. And Jimmy comes out and says, Batman and Robin, what are you doing here? We heard screaming, and my God, what is wrong with Superman? He like some mystery man sent Poison Ivy to Metropolis. That was a vine attack, and she brought a partner, Metallo. He injected this directly into Superman's heart. Bits of red kryptonite. Batman says this stuff puts Superman through random transmutations. Sometimes they're agonizing, about each piece have a specific effect. This was a cocktail blend. So this man is going through hell and high water with this cocktail that he's dealing with. He said right now the kryptonite is coursing through his veins. We have to get it out of him. Now immediately Batman calls onto the back computer and said, look, pass me through. And Superman takes off, right? And he's going through these emotions. He's like, listen, do not call Supergirl. I can't risk infecting her too. And he then from there, he literally turns into steel, a literal man of steel. Now, from that standpoint, whoever Batman was getting in contact with, we find out later that it is the Doom Patrol. Now, the Doom Patrol goes out to help Batman, and he said, look, you called it. There is a doctor, Niles Calder, who specializes in bizarre transformations. These are some of his patients. Now, if you're not familiar with Doom Patrol, I can give you a little bit of excerpt because it's right here in this comic. Cliff Steele's body was destroyed in a race car accident. His only hope of survival was having his brain transplanted into a robot body. Rita Farr was a movie star who encountered some strange vapors in the jungle. They turned her into an elastic woman. Larry Traynor was a jet pilot who accidentally absorbed some unknown radiation in the stratosphere. Now his body can release and command Negative Man, a radioactive energy creature. The press calls them the Doom Patrol. Now, from that standpoint, they're trying to get Superman to calm down. It's like, look, something's happening to Superman, but this time or another, Superman is now hallucinating. He is super pissed, and he is attacking the Doom Patrol, and he basically says, but if you want a fight, you got one. And he's like going ballistic. Like, what can you do with the ballistic Superman that is hallucinating for kryptonite? Because he's thinking he's fighting General Zod and his minions. So, I mean, what is there to do with Superman at a standpoint? But this is only temporary. And Batman's like, Larry, a word. Like, Cliff, you're injured. He's like, look, Superman's on a rampage. Guy's real screwed. And Batman's like, no, not yet. And Batman goes in. He said, Clark, this is Bruce. Listen to me. And he considers Bruce Luthor. He says, no, remember the sound of my voice. Clark, this is all your imagination. You're being poisoned by Red K. You're not in your right mind. And Elastigirl says, whatever Batman's saying to him, it's not working. We can't just watch him die. And Robin's like, hey, hold up for a second. Hold your position. He got a plan. He's Batman. And Superman picks Batman up by the throat. He's like, look, I'm not falling for your tricks, you disease maniac. Batman says, no tricks, think. Does Luthor know your real name? No, but Bruce Wayne does. I'm one of the few people you've trusted with that secret, Clark. I need you to trust me again. You're endangering people. You have to snap out of this spell before it's too late. He's like, too late for what? To throw you behind bars? He still sees Luthor, and he says, you're lying. You're living your worst nightmare. You're out of control. And if that causes you to hurt anyone, it will destroy you. He like, you're trying to confuse me. Like, look, I'm trying to save you, Clark. I have your back always. From that point, Superman snaps out of it, and he goes through like this massive headache, and like the noise is so loud in his head. He's like, look, my powers are amplified to where he can't contain them. That's why he's vibrating at super speed. So at that point, Trainer goes in and was able to pretty much subdued Superman at this point. It's like Negative Man is more than just a semi-sentient radio wave. He's a controlled radiation. A trained to concentrate, the Negative Man can shift up and down the electromagnetic spectrum. He can emulate microwave X-rays, and if this works, the radiation of a red sun was able to calm him down. So now you're at the Calder Mansion where Superman is pretty much subdued. And he said, look, but so long as we have Negative Man at our bidding, he's no danger to others. He said, I'm not worried about him. I'm worried that Lurch is going to pop out. He's like, what concerns me now is who was behind this attack. Lois said she found some shapes on the Daily Planet rooftop that matched the one on the syringe. And the doctor says, I thought so. We've seen that horned glyph, and it is bad news. It's the symbol of, and Elastigirl said, gentlemen, this way. And he looks, and that is it, because the doctor has some surgical instruments in mind. But that is where we are going to end at, because this is issue number 1. And we'll be back with issue number 2 of the world's finest between Batman and Superman. And this is one of the, I mean, honestly, when you look at the big 3, as far as DC is concerned, you look at Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. And then you got Green Lantern. And then you have Flash. And then you have everyone else in between. But your top 3, your big 3 in DC Comics is Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. But the duo of duos is Batman, Superman, because they have contrasting ideals, but they have each other's back. So I cannot wait to jump into some more World's Finest with you guys every single Sunday. Be on the lookout for World's Finest. Hope you guys enjoy this. Let us know what you thought about issue number 1 of World's Finest, Batman and Superman, in the comments below. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you get notified on all of our content. All right? That way you get notified on all that stuff. And make sure you click on all whenever we post some new content for you guys. So, see you guys next time. Peace.